Hey guys, welcome back to another live stream. And I'm live because I'm not on my Xbox 365, but I'm on Slim. There's some like fan knocking sound. If I quickly just eject the game, I know the lighting isn't the best, but hear this fan knocking sound. Not making it anymore, but you know. Put a tray back in. Got a game. So yeah. Man, I'm so bored. He said yeah, but you know. I don't know what game to play, that's all. Anyways, we've got a nice huge option of games. This one, we got this game, we got this game, we got the game, you know, part 2. This game. This is the original Xbox game as well. What is it? No, I'm fine. Yeah. This game. This there, what the hell? And then we also got 2 copies of this. So we got a original Xbox version and we got the Xbox 360 version. Amazing. Then we got PS3 games. So yeah, I got plenty of games. Don't know what game to play. And now my light on drive is yeah. Anyways, comment below if you want me to open up this Xbox 360. I might do it one day because I've opened the lid. The lighting isn't really the best, but I've opened the lid of this PS4 Pro, and there was not so much dust as I was expecting on the fan. There was plenty of dust, but yeah, you know. So basically, on cold start, if I just restart the Xbox, ready? That's very strange. My D-pad isn't working correctly. Again, this isn't my console. It's my brother's, so gotta be very careful with it. It turns on, obviously. The TV right now says no signal. There we go. We got our Xbox start up right there. It's loading all the stuff. So let me just. It's a bit bluey on the phone. It's just what the phone sees. But in real life, it comes out as pure white. So yeah. Anyways, though, we got our game in the DVD drive. Yeah. And you probably don't hear the fan. That's because it is a 360 Slim. It's only just got one fan, which is it's very quiet. But when it's gone full speed, which is the 12 volts, oh man, it literally that's when the fan becomes loud. And you can do a 12 volt fan mode on the Xbox 360 Fat and the Slim. So yeah, so obviously if you do 12 volt fan mode on this one, yeah, your fan would be literally gone full speed at all time, and it's not going to be so power efficient, and the fan is going to last more shorter. So that's why I just say have a original as. But take your Xbox 360 Slim apart as well. If you've never taken it apart, have a look on YouTube how to, because I know how to take apart the Slim. I haven't done it before. It's never been taken apart by me before, but I'm pretty sure I know how to do it. So you know, yeah. And how you know it's a light on drive? If you eject it, most 360 Slims have a light on drive. This one I know has a light on drive because it, the sounds it makes, and by the tray's design, it's just like the 360 Fat. So I know it's a light on drive. Let me put my game just there. So put the game there, like that. Right, ready? That is how you know it's a light on drive. I'm not sure how a different disc drive sounds like on the 360 Slim, but I know on the 360 Fat, I think I've heard the Hitachi drive before. And let's put the game back in. I know it's like upside down, but well. Right. Also, if you guys don't know, something that's very obvious with these models is with the 360 Fat, it just got like clicky buttons that tick, tick, yeah. On the 360 Slim, it's got beeper and it's also touch sensitive. So if I just touch the button, look at that. I like that. Now obviously in the same generation, the PS3 Slim, or yeah, the PS3 Slim or the Super Slim, that didn't really have a disc tray, but I think it would have been different if it would have, but it's got a nice Blu-ray drive where it just pulls in the disc. Anyways, so we got a game. Let's see how the phone sees these penguins. Okay, it just sees it mostly bluey, even though in real life it actually appears more to the pure white side. So this is literally what the phone sees. Ready? So the phone sees kind of this kind of contrast here. But what I see on this TV in real life is this, and then the phone sees this. So, yeah. When was this game made? 2013. Probably is out for the PS4 and the Xbox One. Oh man, I'm so bored. We got the nice 360 Slim controller. Yeah, one thing that I have to say for the controllers, for these wireless 360 controllers, is the only issue I have with them is that they keep dying because they have batteries in them. Now I know the reason's wireless, so then if your 360 is about like 10 feet away from you, you can still play it fine. And I think the signal is in infrared, or it might be Bluetooth, I'm not too sure. But I would prefer the original wired controllers, even though they are very expensive. Well, they're not that expensive. They're quite expensive. So the wired controller, and yes, I know this port on top of your controller, if you guys can probably see. Yeah, that port there on the top of your controller is. So if you bought a Microsoft back in the day, if you bought a Microsoft Xbox battery pack officially from Microsoft, not from some other crabby company, then you can plug in the charger from the USB slot from the Xbox on here, and then you could plug that into the controller, have the battery charge, and I think you'd even, just like the PS4, it might, or like just like the PS3 and PS4, it might show the battery symbol charging thingy, just like how the PS3 and PS4 does it. But I'm not too sure if it will do that, because I've never really seen that before in any YouTube video, or I've never really did it in real life. So yeah. So yeah. Now I was planning to buy one, but then I think Amazon just put it out of stock, so it's not really in stock anymore, I don't think, because it's so old. Anyways, yeah, wait, hold on, let's turn this console off for a little bit. Right, Now sometimes if you're playing a game on this console, it will take quite long to turn off, and that's because the hard drive is trying to park. Now obviously I would prefer an SSD because that's the fastest way to have the console turn off. My Xbox 360 that actually turns off faster than this, and that's because the hard drive only has saves, like game saves. It doesn't have any games downloaded. The only games it has is just demos, and that's only like 2 or 3 demos in it. And one of those demos only take like 2.3 gigabytes, and the other demo just takes a few megabytes, and I think it's the same with the other one. But I didn't really actually get an Xbox game such as this. I didn't just install it to the hard drive because the hard drive is. I know when I turn off the Xbox, it's going to take longer to turn off because the hard drive is still trying to see if those sectors inside of the hard drive spinning disk is fine. So yeah. Anyways, you might have seen now that this no signal is now floating around. It's what my TV normally does. Even though it was just solid, it was staying there with like a blue bar underneath it. And now that blue bar just went, and now it's just the no signal sign is floating. So this Xbox is still quite hot now. For some reason, because the cooling's so good that there's so much heat comes out of this thing, man. But if you want even more heat, then I would say apply some Arctic Silver 5 thermal paste, because that is the best for this APU. And I know it's got an APU because if it was a CPU and GPU, I wonder how big they would have made this. So they were like, in 2010, they were like, okay, let's just make this an APU. So there we are. So you have the very first modern APU, I guess. That's one way to say it. Really, Sony back in the day, they didn't really. They did APUs before, but like, it's only in the PS3s that they never did an APU. They stuck with the CPU and GPU. They wasn't really focused on that stuff, But yeah, then when it came around to the PS4 and the Xbox One, APUs. So, now this fan knocking sound happens only on cold start. So, yeah, another thing that also happens on cold start, if you eject it first try on cold start, the tray would try to eject, but then the tray would just be stuck because the mechanism can't eject it because, I don't know, probably needs lubricating. That's probably what it is. But one day this Xbox fell like a domino. I think I filmed it, I'm not sure. And after that, the tray just began to be stuck on cold start. Like, it wouldn't eject on cold start. So yeah. So what now? Well, you can see this is still hot. We just gotta wait for this thing to cool down just for a bit, because I need to show you guys this knocking sound that the fan is making. The fan is quiet. It's just, I don't know, I think the fan is probably hitting something, or something is making it's not like a horrible knocking sound. It's just like kind of a quiet knocking sound. It's not like loud or anything. But like after a few minutes, that knocking sound just goes. That's only when the heat comes. So when there's no heat, so when the APU is also powered first start on this Xbox, that's when the knocking sound begins. But then when the APU begins to bring a little bit more heat in, then that's when the knocking sound goes. So I'm not really sure what it is and why it's there. So I just think it could just be a loose screw or something. I don't know. Gonna have to really see what this is, because I might take apart the Xbox first time on stream. I might do it. I don't know. And plus the fan is quite dusty. It's not like fluff dust, but it's like normal dust. Not like normal light dust. It's like the kind of dust I think you guys saw in my Xbox's fan. That's the same dust that's in this Xbox's fan. So yeah, dust is horrible for gaming machines. But yeah, anyways, is it cool now? It's getting cool. It's still a bit warm. I guess in the meantime I can show you this. Look at that background blur. Will it focus? Yes, it does. And look how nice that looks. Look how detailed that is. Look at that, man. That's crazy. Right. Anyways, so let's see. Yeah, it was doing background blur because it's now out of focus. Oh man, I'm so bored. Let's see. Yeah, I think it might be cool enough now. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, anyways, why does it even make the heat? Like, I know, like, the graphics part and, you know, the CPU part, so basically the entire APU chip, it's getting warm, but the graphics make sense, but the CPU part, I'm not really sure why. I don't know. I think when it's loading, that's when the load gets put on the CPU part of the APU, and, you know, yeah, that's when it makes heat. And yeah, you know, the GPU part really can't make that much heat because, you know, I can see that's visual stuff. But yeah, now one thing is, if you have your Xbox vertical, so if you stand it up, and if it's on cold start, if you're having the same problem as I am here, but obviously not the knock-in fan because I don't know if that's going to be in yours or not. I don't think this is only for 360 Slim. This is also for like all Xboxes. So, well, all Xbox 360s with a disc tray. So, when you stand the console up, when you hit the eject button to turn on the console, if the tray ejects first try, but then in horizontal, if you do the same thing on cold startup, if you press the eject button and it doesn't eject on the first try, then you know that it's probably something to do with lubrication, or maybe some part like went loose or something. If you want your parts to last longer, then I would prefer, like, it's gonna take away, well, on the DVD drive side of things on the Xbox 360, it will take away a bit of, well, I don't know if it is, but you know, it's like, because on my Xbox 360, my disc drive makes like a kind of like a vibration sound, but obviously that's just because, you know, it's doing its thing. When my Xbox was horizontal, it would just, that sound would go. It's just not like, all you hear is the disc spinning with the like a bunch of air sound, because, you know, the disc is spinning so fast it's pulling the air with it as well, or it's breaking the sound barrier, I don't know. But you know, with it in vertical mode, because it's a 360 fat, it kind of vibrates, let's say, and like, I don't know, I could just hear it from downstairs, you know. But yeah, when it's horizontal, it's a little bit more better, but then when you want to eject the tray, it's going to be a little bit more weaker, because, you know, the gravity's pulling down on the force. That's probably why it's not ejecting, I don't know. Or maybe when that day when it fell like domino, this Xbox, that's probably, like, I don't know, the motor probably went weak. I'm not too sure. Right, it's barely that warm now, so I don't know. This only happens on like cold starts, and same with my Xbox. Like my Xbox doesn't make the knocking sound, or nothing wrong with the spinning parts on the Xbox. The only thing is, I don't know what it is. Like, it could be the hard drive or something. But on my Xbox, whenever I turn it on, it makes this like clicking sound. Like, it goes tick 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 tick. Like, it sounds like it's the hard drive, but I don't really know if it is. Like, I can show you guys the sound right now, because I haven't really been on any of my consoles today anyways, so, you know, yeah. Anyways, though, right, it's getting a little bit more cooler. It's just gotta wait. Obviously, it's metal. Yeah, you know, the joysticks are fine. They're not, the camera joysticks sound, or it feels very forced, but, you know, and this one is fine, but this one here, this one just feels a bit like I can't push it all the way because it's like forced or something. But, you know, that's just that. But the buttons, oh my god, they feel amazing, because obviously I've taken this controller apart before in the past, and I've cleaned every part of the controller with you know, stuff. Anyways, I'm so bored. Yeah, it should be good enough to show you guys now. I think it'll be there in a bit now. Anyways though, we do have the startup here. Now I really wanted to get the NXT dashboard, but you would have to flash the NAND for that, so yeah. Or probably hard mod your Xbox and then try to flash your NAND there. But anyways, let's see. Whoa, there's a weird thing on the Xbox there. I don't know if you guys. When my character spins around, like I can see like a bunch of pixels. They go a bit glitchy. Hold on, let me show you guys. Turn the console off. Let me just do it. I'm just gonna do it from thing here. Look guys, ready? Now obviously it's after it boots up. Look guys, ready? Let me just not show any of you users here. Let me just quickly look guys, ready? Do you guys see what I mean? There's some like weird pixel thing. Well, like when my character rotates a full 360 3 times, it just, the pixels kind of go lower quality for some reason. I don't know if it's because of this TV. I don't know if it's because the HDMI cable connection's not been cleaned. It could be that. You know, I think it could be that. I'm not sure though. But you know, here's my avatar. Obviously I can make him look around. What else is okay? Obviously on my Xbox I don't really need all of this, like I don't really need the app section or the movies and TV section, because I honestly, all I need is games, social and home. That's all I need. I don't know, I could have it there just for show, but I'm not really gonna search anything on it. But like, so all I really need is this, like home, social, games, and then settings. So that's like how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Maybe apps, because you know I do sometimes try to watch YouTube on there. I've got YouTube on the PS4 and the PS3. I don't really need it on there anyways, but you know, it's kind of good. But yeah, I don't really need movies and TV on here. Okay, what is in the movies and TV? My video apps. Okay, that's all there. Right. What about apps? Okay. You notice how this logo's like Windows 7? Because it was like Windows 7 days. And even in like the latest Xbox 360 update, they did not, what's it called, change that logo. They did not like change it to like Windows 8 or Windows 11, Windows 10 or anything. Like previously, I think it wasn't last year. I think it must have been last year or a few months ago. We had like an like the last ever Xbox 360 update, and yeah, nothing really changed. It was just nothing. Anyways though, I do want to delete every current dashboard update on my Xbox, maybe probably on this one, but I want to go back to the nice NXT dashboard, because that was the best software on the Xbox that there ever was. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do to mod my Xbox and flash mine nan, but anyways, so can't go. One thing you can't do with original Xbox games is, with the 360 games, you can like click the X button to go to game details. I can't do that here. So let me show you guys what it is like to do the game details thing. Take it out. Put the game there. Put in, this game. This is the Xbox 360 game. And then just wait, why is it 2 discs? This disc 1 and disc 2. Okay. Yeah, this is one thing with Xbox 360. It's always disc 1 and disc 2. Like, what the heck? But the thing with PS4 and with PS3, it's not really disc 1, disc 2. They just taken away what's it called? They've taken away textures and shining and shit, because PS3 is just terrible with the graphics. But with Xbox, graphics are so much better, 10 times better. Let me show you guys what I mean. Ready? It's loading. Right, there we are. So basically, you see how there's a thing called game details, yeah? But basically, for the original Xbox game, there isn't, because that's the original Xbox game. It doesn't really have game details, but I can go on the game details and then I can show you everything. But yeah, so you can probably see that it says delete, and that's because it's installed on the hard drive. But obviously, that wasn't really me who did that, so I don't really install Xbox games to the hard drive anyways, because I like playing them off the DVD drive, because I don't know what it is, they always run a lot more smoother off the DVD drive than they do off the hard drive. I'm not sure if that's going to be applying to any of your Xboxes. This Xbox, it definitely does not, because, like on the hard drive, oh my god, man. On the hard drive, it loads a little bit, like, I don't know, 2-3 seconds more than a DVD drive, but the DVD drive it's a Lion drive. Come on, they are quick DVD drives. So why not just run your game off the DVD drive? Obviously, one thing you shouldn't do is tilt the Xbox while the game is running, because obviously if the game is not spinning in the DVD drive, and if it's on your hard drive, obviously if the game is the game disc is not spinning anymore, and the game is running on your hard drive, then you can tilt the Xbox how much you want, because that's not really going to do anything that much anyways. The fan, it might do something to the fan, I'm not sure, but don't do it anyways. So gonna put the original game back inside, which was this game. There we are. Right, so let me just show you guys. So there is no game details. I can't press game details. Look. See? No game details. So, what's it called? That's probably gonna be it for today. It's recently pressed. Okay, never mind. If you did enjoy today's live stream, let's say, yeah, if you did enjoy today's live stream, you know what to do. Go back, like, comment, and subscribe. Wait, hold on. Okay, anyways, it's just my recently played stuff. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, wait, hold on. So if it says that my games are there, then why is that? What? Hold on. Demos aren't there. That makes no sense. One thing is, if I could customize the icons and stuff on the current dashboard, then I would. Because Windows, you can honestly, with PC, you can do anything on there. Yeah, you can modify it how much you want, and you could do that on any PC just from the software. But you can't do it on Xbox. I don't know. You could probably do it on Xbox, but yeah, I would just straight up install the NXT dashboard because I like that. It might be a little bit more different, but at least I'll have it. So that's all I really want. Oh, controller looked like it died. I've never seen a controller powered that less before. Now, look, one thing is, right, if I could customize, or if I could let's say add a capacitor or something to every single LED on the controller, make those LEDs less powered, so then the brightness is like so little. Obviously I don't want them to be bright because that's just going to take quite a lot of battery life, so I just want the LEDs just, you know, and probably the LEDs on the Xbox as well, but obviously I don't know. I'm not sure if you could really customize your LED brightness, because yeah, you couldn't do that on the PS3 either, but oh well. But you can do that on PS4. I'm not sure if you could do it on the Xbox One controller, because I don't have an Xbox One, so I don't know if you could or not. I don't really watch Xbox One videos anyways. PS4 stuff, so you know. The thing that, you know, like, PS4 is a little bit better than Xbox One. Well, I mean, it is Sony, but you know, they could still crash and shit, so you know. So look guys, ready? So the LEDs are literally this bright. Look at that. You don't want the LEDs to be that bright. Come on, at least power them. Let's say, so right now they're probably on 100% brightness, yeah? I would say put the power down to 70-60% brightness, so then it saves more battery, yeah? Because obviously the battery has its own LED, but the LED is a little bit different. Now this LED is a pure green LED, you can clearly see. Look at that. But obviously this LED is different because this is more green. It looks more natural, I say, like I don't know, it looks like more foresty greeny-ish, you know. It's more kind of washed out green, let's say, or like tinted. I'm not really too sure how to explain it, but this is more of a pure green. I don't know, man. There is a difference. Let me show you guys. So that's more of like a true green. I'm not really sure how to say it, but you know, it's more like a brighter-ish, like green. Not in like actual brightness. Like, I'm not really sure how to, like, not intensity, but you know, like it's more of a brighter green, and this one's more of a pure green. So anyways, let's turn the control off to save battery. Right. If you did enjoy today's stream, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.